Hey everybody, what is happening? H2H, I am back with some more Madden 16 Ultimate Team gameplay. And we matched up here in the next season. That's the last one you saw. We won the Super Bowl. This is like the third game in. So still keeping that win streak alive. Haven't lost yet. Look at the guy kicking this one out. Notice a little bit of the style is going to be similar to what I think I run at times there. And then I'll be running up there, man. Kind of getting close there. I'm kind of thinking about maybe upgrading on that end just to make sure when I break off I can get these quarterbacks just a little bit quicker, perhaps. Coming down, and I believe I got myself in a cover one, so there's only one safety over the top, and the new Amari Cooper card just kicks my butt. Just smokes me. And I don't even know who I had on that one, but definitely with that speed on that acceleration, just a good card all the way around. Come out now. We got to get these points back. Definitely got to get that. Start off with some of the the more familiar, comfortable stuff that that I run. You go out there, we get Jimmy, see him wide open, but oh my god, we got slammed, dog, and Jimmy dropping the ball. And this will be the last game for Jimmy on my team. I kind of was already leaning towards picking up a Barnage in there, and then I even got another card on top of that, so I'm going that way around. But definitely not the way you want to start. And he gets away, and again, I just didn't close the gap. Another sack there, just missed because I didn't close the gap. So I think maybe even getting like Hayward or somebody along that lines, or maybe saving up for Michael Bennett down the road, something like that. And geez, look at that! That's me, like awful. That was like some of the worst using I've done all year. I couldn't have missed any worse than I did on that play. But hey, that's what that is. So, dudes, just pretty much dominated me at this point, man. I'm just garbage after that. The defense is not showing. Only had 2 plays on offense, coughed the ball up. So definitely want to at least try and stop here, hold them to field goal if possible. At least it's always tough to go down by a couple scores in the game. Come out, we roll out, and chasing them down and just not getting out there in time. I was being stubborn, not really. I should have probably been bringing more heat on the guy, and I was really just allowing him to just sit there and have his way and pick up there. And I do run a blitz up in that. He picks it up and almost get a hand on it. It makes a great play on the rollout. So, again, man, just gets me down 14-0. So, props to him on that one. I just did not make the right defense adjustments at all. Stuck with my base stuff way too long there, and he was just picking it apart. But we come out, we do get a big shot right out there to Calvin. No loss of confidence in my offensive scheme, none of that so far. That was just a fluky fumble, So come out, he dives at my feet, and I try to throw the ball away across from me there, and I end up just eating it. But I don't mind that as long as I'm not turning the interception down. We're going to take this one, and we make the move, the cut up, and CJ2K off that outside angle, burning it for the touch. So right back in this now. Okay, something looking a little bit better there, got a little confidence. Like I say, it's always tough. You don't score on that drive, and I give that up, man, I'll be in a world of hurt. So at least now somewhat in a game, and geez, now I was starting to change the coverages out there, which leaves me vulnerable and stuff like screens and whatnot. So I definitely try to get the mixing a little bit back and forth, cutting that off, and she's throwing the deep on the Amari. Luckily, okay, Timmy MacD getting the play on the ball, but he's definitely going to see it. He's going to be testing that. It's not nickel and diamond, little stuff is okay, but definitely you play when someone that can beat you with this, and we get the big sack. But, the problem I think you have on a lot of these is the strong safety in a lot of these positions I notice, and sometimes when they're out there and they're running these verts, man, they don't guard the right guy. They'll jump down and leave a deep guy open like it's about to, as we get the mean sack. As, coming up in here, you'll see. Now, you watch the strong safety, he should be up, and where's he going to the middle? He leaves, he vacates that area and lets the guy run right through it for, who of course is Amari, and I just get dusted again. So that's why I hate running cover 3 stuff up there, because your strong safety in this game is just so broken with the way he covers. You're never supposed to vacate and run in when you have deep zone, and he just runs into the middle of the field and follows some guy for no reason. But that's what it is. We're down now, back by 2. 24 seconds left, and we do get the big shot out there to Jimmy. As we're moving the ball now, and definitely got to get a touchdown here. I can't afford to not really, come down. We're going to hit that levels play, and I knew it was at least going to carry me close, or at least out of bounds. So we do get the clock stopped at 14 seconds. Come down. We're going to try for the curls action, and we're going to have to go for Joe Horn. And nice, right in there. We just slide that in. A second later, and that ball was batted down, or maybe even picked. So do just get that. So, and we do get the kickoff back and start the third quarter with the ball. So all in all, I get a chance to at least come back out, and we're gonna hit the seam pass there with Jimmy. So, and, you know, he's doing what he can to make up for that fumble that he had earlier. But he's gonna be gone either way. And we make a nice cut there with CJ. I didn't really get a great running game with him, just because, you know, when you're in a hole like that, it wasn't a spot in a great spot to be doing that. So I had to come out and just keep the pass game going. But obviously, we're gonna hit him on the sides and swings and stuff like that, though. You know, they don't give us forward progress on that one. That's okay. Come across, and, you know, don't like the way that looked down the field, so we'll just take the easy one, Finneran underneath. We just picked him up, get the first down in there. But, you know, try to get some of the outside spin, and almost even get a little bit more. If hadn't I get slowed down up there, I could have made the juke out. But we're going to have to come back around with the level sails again here. Trying to hit that outside again. You know, it's basically just figuring out where the weakness of the opponent is the way I'm trying to run this. But, you know, after I got that first drive out of the way where we had the fumble, I really felt good. You know, with moving the ball, really didn't feel like this guy was presenting too much of an issue with there. So I just had to basically stay away from the mistakes. And we come down, and LT, the free to Rio LT, gets a couple of runs in there, and they're both nice. And we take that in and we tie this up. So we know, though, he's getting close to the fourth. And at this point, you know, I figured he's going to start trying to clock it, run a lot of shorter stuff here, just depending on, you know, look at it. And I thought that's, and what kind of dive was that? I thought it was a fumble, and then you know, either way, I thought I had it for a bigger loss. Still okay, he didn't get away from me, but man, geez, you know, just the brakes on that one. He's cutting back around, and we got great coverage, great man on that, but he does bring it in. So guy just makes the play on you. So fourth quarter starts up. And he was on chew clock mode, as you know, as you figure in there. So a couple runs in, trying to get some of these stopped, but still don't want to get, you know, I'm still in the back of my head wondering about those Amari Cooper over the tops, you know. Get down, and so we're stopping, you know, short there, fourth down. So he's already got it down to about 2.5 minutes now. And I get I believe that's the bear coverage, which leaves that little hole right there, and I just didn't fill it fast enough. So he's going to get another set of downs. And so, see, again, if we could at least keep it back, man. We know keep him out of field goal range at this point. But I hadn't stopped him earlier, and we got the coverage out there. I jumped out expecting that flat route. I've been, you know, was waiting for it for the fourth quarter to hopefully get a pick on it, but he threw to the inside, and that time he knew I was covering those routes, so he goes underneath. And then we got 4th and 1, about minute 42 here, and I decided I'm gonna have to run the blitz up in here, try to get the coverage out there, and Michael Kendricks on the blitz gets in, and we got the ball back now, minute 36. So the tides have definitely finally changed. You know, had that big hole at the beginning, but you know, right down minute 34, just got to get down, just got to get the points out there. You know, just field goal range is really all I'm trying to get. Come down, get a couple good runs in. Let's see, we got about a minute left, but, you know, still got to get a decent more chunk out there, you know, for the yards. So we'll come down, and luckily didn't fumble there, man, because he puts the mean hit stick when you're in a spin, you know, and even more vulnerable when you're at that point. And then 2nd and 4, he stops me, no gain, so I'm on 3rd and 4, come down, and I go for the chunk, and Jimmy don't got the high at catching traffic, Jimmy. So 4th and 4, I risk it, and I would go for it here, you know. I could have just punted, played it safer, but I figure I'm going to go for this play, go for the one that we burned him on earlier in the game, and there it is. He bit underneath, and we've got this, and that will be taking this one down. He's got the timeout, so he, of course, uses a couple of them, and then, you know, unfortunately here at the end of the game, he tries to get a little cheese mode on me as he runs out of those. I kneel it. I'm going to take my timeout, but he hits the start button, of course. And if for some reason you're not familiar with this, he's trying to do that so when you go back to the game, because like right now you can't call your timeout from this screen. So when you go back into the game, if you try to hit the select version of like timeout, the clock can run out on you. So what you've got to do at this point is you've got to just go back and then hit to start the game. I go to resume game, and then right when you do it, hit the start button to go back into this screen. That'll just make sure that you don't run out of time and go into overtime, which he was trying to pull, you know. Yeah, I know it was a hard loss for him. You know, what you gonna do, right, buddy? You know, his last-ditch effort. You know, he played a good one. He definitely had me in the first half of the game for sure. You know, he played it pretty strong. But, you know, I caught the brakes there and got the good 4th down stand, and he didn't. So that'd be that, and we'll see you all next time.
Set and begin. So I pour my soul right in the middle of the song. With these pages written in love, and I still feel like something's wrong. I spent the last few months walking without your touch, and yet I thirst for something more, but I can't figure out what. So I try to fly, but these limbs aren't strong enough to lift me. So I strut down this road with this pen and a bottle of whiskey, searching for that perfect place where everything makes sense, instead of this hell and then that lingers with the stench of chaos and self-absorbed issues. Now I know that you're crying, but I'm afraid to give you this tissue, knowing that your tears couldn't wash my fears away. But then I'll be right back in your arms, hoping for an embrace. But I know your grace I probably won't ever get, so I remain silent with my love as I split into a new place without your face. But it makes me sick to try to